there we go. Okay. Alright, so we're just gonna stick around for a little bit until the new stuff hits. We'll have a lobby through Jade Forest, maybe. What time is it? Can't see what time it is. So yeah, we'll just... I don't know, we can do like we did last week and do a little bit of horde stuff. I feel like playing warrior. I play warrior. I have no idea what I was doing on this character. Now. Okay. Do I have Heroic Leap? I do have Heroic Leap. Oh. Yes.
I must get closer. Too far away.
So those aren't shared, those masks. Which is kind of a bummer. Interesting choice of buttons for Caleb. Okay, let's fix these keybinds here. I like that one there. We're gonna swap these two.
I require a target.
Okay. Now let's see if that mask is respawned down here. It has. So I should be able to just...
I do not have a target.
Oh, screw you, Wolf.
I need to target something
it's right
first.
There, you stupid kids.
I am out of range.
I guess because it's not glowing, is that it? Okay, well I can kill the Witch Doctor. Yeah, I'll kill the Witch Doctor. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out my keybinds. I've only got 3 buttons on my mouse, or 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons on my mouse. And there are a bunch of things that I want to be able to access from my mouse. I have to pick which ones. Like, I like having my interrupt there so I don't have to find it. Masks over there. I guess I do need to kill all those people. I think I can get them over here too, because I think I have other things I can do over here. just sort of move around super fast. Self-heal, jump. They updated the visuals and the sounds, so it's a lot more, I don't want to say meaty, to do all your abilities, but that's the word that comes to mind. That warlock. Where are those spiderlings? Up there. Okay. Here, I'm just looking for tiki masks. There's a tiki mask. There we go. Okay. So now getting upstairs. What's the best way out? Not there. Okay. Ah, dang it. Fine. I'm gonna fight all of you. Fight you. The annoying thing is I think I need to kill these guys for a quest I'm gonna get later. Uh-oh. This is gonna be bad. Okay, that was fun. How do I get... Oh, it's a long road back. So yeah, I think what I should have done is just gone back and turned everything in, and then done the spiderlings after. Although it seems to indicate that they're all over the place. I didn't need to go that far up. I haven't seen any down here. I did get a few of these guys. That's pretty impressive. How the hell did this woman aggro on?
I must get closer.
Okay. That was close. That was too close. I still haven't seen any of these spiderlings, but we're gonna keep looking since we're up here. Oh, shoot. This could be bad. I might have to bite the bullet and pull out the heirlooms. These things are hitting like trucks. I should have killed that guy. This could be bad. I guess that wasn't so bad. Still haven't found any of these baby spiders I'm supposed to be killing. We go up. Don't think they're down in there. Yeah, no, they're not there. I wonder if this is just a bug no one's found because no one, you know, levels through here. Get a gorgeous view. There's where I picked up all the quests. It's down there. Like way back when, this used to be such a crazy questing area. You needed a group to do it, and you would sort of fight your way in a little ways, go back, get more quests that would take you deeper in, have to fight your way back. Like it was, no one did it because you had to find a group that was willing to do all of it. No one had the
Too far away.
time. And that's one of the things about vanilla that I don't think a lot of people really remember is everything required so much of a time commitment. You know, a single 5-man dungeon was something that could take you, 2-3 hours, even if you knew what you were doing. And like if you didn't, it could take even longer. It was fun if you could devote the time to it to do these mega dungeons, but a lot of people didn't have the time or energy, or if you did, it was at the expense of something else. So here's a shortcut that we're unlocking back to the camp, and I really love how as the game has grown, they've sort of pumped up or maybe it's as PCs have grown, they've pumped up what can be shown. You could not see this whole zone like this back then. I just love being able to see, the whole thing laid out before you. Although at the same time it's kind of a bummer because it shrinks the world. When back in 2004, when your draw distance was, just sort of out to the trees around you and you had a heavy fog of war, the world felt so much bigger. And that's one of the big arguments that I have against the flying mounts is
what's on your mind?
Once you can start flying and really get the bird's eye view of everything,
you got my
the world
attention.
shrinks. There are a lot of tricks that they can pull to make the world feel bigger, if you're bound to the ground.
Off with you.
But as soon as you can see it from above, you can
Safe
see...
travels.
I'm trying to think of a zone that does this really well. Is it faster to... Can I take a griffin up to the top? Or is this something where I can only bring the griffin back down? I think I can only take the griffin down. So I have to fight my way back up. Okay. Well, I mean, even this. So here, we're fighting through these zigzags up here, and a lot of the geography is obscured by these walls and hills. So even though this is all a pretty compact area, it feels expansive because you're bound to the ground, and you have to take the paths that are available to you, and it's like being in a hedge maze. You can't see what's around the next bend, so it feels like you're really exploring, like you're really making progress, and it feels just a lot more expansive. We're gonna charge her to get some range. There we go. Range by doing this. And execute. Okay. But really, you know, if you look at the map, all of this is taking place in a relatively small area. That was a bigger part of the play. Okay, moving on. But yeah, but when you can fly, you know, it's just a real quick hop right up to the top. And it shrinks the world, and I don't think people really grasp that. They just think of the convenience of, you know, I don't want to have to fight through all these guys to get from point A to point B. I want to just go there. And then, I don't know, WoW players are weird because they argue against things that take time, and then they complain that they burn through all the content. And it just, you can't have both. And I think that Blizzard is, as the game has evolved, Blizzard has found a really good balance of getting things so that they take a reasonable amount of time. Like, you get some gameplay, but it's not excessive. This is actually one of the quests that's still a remnant, where instead of, you know, you clear the modern way of doing it is those first few quests we did, we would do on the bottom, you know, probably up until about this point. And then there'd be an NPC here that we turn them into, and then that NPC would give us some quests to go do stuff on the next terrace up, and we do some tough stuff up there. And then in the stairs leading up to the next one, that's when we'd get the next quest in the chain. And I feel like that works a lot better, because that you're still getting the gameplay, you're still getting that experience of fighting through these terraces, but you're not having to constantly backtrack and re-clear stuff that you've already cleared. And I really think that that's, you know, sort of how they've evolved it, and it works really well. Or you get, in the expansion where they redid the world, they put in this idea of quests that you don't turn into an NPC. You sort of have sort of a remote turn in, or things just automatically happen. Where, you know, the idea is that your character notices about the world, and it's like, oh, I can take care of this. And then it either just auto-completes when you're done, or your character turns it, you know, when you get back to your NPCs, you turn it in whoever you would originally turn it into. Am I just not spec'd into Cleave? Is that why I don't have it? That's right, I don't have Cleave. Okay. Good to know. One thing I really like about warriors is this sort of ability to sustain
I am
themselves.
out of range.
Every time they kill something, they can heal up. So, you know, if you could keep killing things at a decent clip, you can keep yourself popped off and fight as many things as you want. Just keep pulling, essentially. Oh, I shouldn't have gone that way. I need to go around the other side of the terrace. I need to kill a few more of these warlocks. Yeah, you can pull all you like, you little warlock. I don't care about all these things. That's one thing I've noticed about the player base I don't really like, is there are people, and it seems more people I see out in the world than not do this thing like he's doing now, where they just sort of tag everything and bring it to someone else and sort of try to make you fight it. Like if you want to, you know, get quest credit for one thing, you have to fight everything that they pull, and it's kind of a shitty thing to do. But it's sort of the accepted way to do it.
I require
So
a target.
I'm gonna pull everything, and you're either gonna fight it or you're not gonna get credit for it. So I'm gonna try to sneak through here without getting in combat, because I don't actually need to kill any of these things. Did never find these spiders. So yeah, this Ongo Longo guy is up in that big spear pit that we saw earlier before I came back down the mountain. And again, this is another place where... So these guys, I don't think I need to kill till the next quest in the chain. So there should be an NPC who's like, hey, you know, why don't you kill these guys on this terrace? I mean, it all works out because I'm getting all this XP for killing them. And since they've changed the way that... So for those of you who may not have played in a while, they've changed the world so that it scales with you as you level, so you don't really out-level zones anymore. So you could, you know... This used to be a... What's this? This is Hinterlands. So yeah, it used to be a 30 to 40 zone, and you know, or 30 to 35, and once you hit 35, which would be after only doing like maybe half the quests here, you know, it wasn't worth it to keep going. So you left all these zones with unfinished quests, and it just didn't feel good. Well, now, sort of, once you hit a zone, it's good until you finish that expansion. So you could come here at level 50 and still level through here without problems, or without, you know, and still have it be worthwhile. And here's that freaking warlock again. God dang it. I mean, he's probably fighting his way up to Ongo Longo too, so I guess the polite thing to do would be to wait for him. Let's see. Fight him, smack him around, and then let him break free. Okay, we can do that. Next. All right. That kind of hurt. Yeah, there we go.
What can I do for you? See you soon. Talk to me. Off with you.
Okay. So now we need to go all the way back up to the top. Oh, it's a bummer. I could have sworn that you could fly straight back up to the summit. Can you?
Here there.
Is there a gossip option with
Watch
you?
your back.
It's like, hey, there we go.
Watch your back.
But here's a prime example of what I was talking about earlier, where you have the geography that sort of obscures things. Is that the way you have this wrapped around is if you can't see everything, this pyramid that I'm looking down at feels super far away from this troll city here, because when you're ground bound, you have to go all the way around the outside to get between them. But if you have a flying mount, you just go up and over. And it's that sort of thing where I'm talking about with the geography obscuring, sort of making things feel a bit more spacious than they are. Alright, we're collecting spider idols and killing soul eaters and blood drinkers, who I think are up on this uppermost terrace. Yes, they are. Yeah, fuck it. Boom. I don't ever use this. What talents do I have? Sudden death. Okay, I like that. That's good. And cleave isn't available till 75 now? That's crazy. So we can remove it from the action bar. Not gonna see it for a long time. All these trolls are dead. That's never a good sign. Oh, that's where the spider idols are. I need to loot these dead trolls. Okay. Easy peasy. Oh, this character's a miner.
I need to target something first.
Okay. Alright, let's get this guy. Alright, so we just need to get a couple more of those soul eaters. Don't know what they do. There's one back there. Let's go ahead and get him. We're gonna get this guy first. Okay, one more of those guys, and we'll call it good. All right. I do think this game has aged so well. I mean, this game is 14 years old, and this zone was shipped in the original game. So this is a 14-year-old zone, and I mean, if you look at any other game that's 14 years old, I don't think it holds up this well. I really do think that a large part of it is sort of the way the visuals they aimed for. Like, they didn't aim for photorealistic trees, they aimed for these trees that look like, you know, the trees in Warcraft 3, where they look kind of cartoony and stylized. I think that was a really smart design move. Fury warrior there. She's got the two big freaking weapons on her back. I'm an arms warrior. And the different specs for warrior, you've got protection, which is just, it's what it says on the tin. That's a sword and board type fighter. You've got a shield that you slam in people's faces, and it's about keeping threat. It's the tanking spec. Keeping threat, having lots of health, not taking a lot of damage, and more outliving your opponents than killing them. Fury is sort of a high risk, high reward. You wield two big weapons, two-handed weapons, and you dual wield them, and you just smash stuff, and it's all about getting angry. I never really played it, but it's lots of procs, I think. And then arms is sort of the idea is that they're a master of weapons, but they're big on mobility and sort of, I want to say, like, patient, where you have a rotation and you have these procs that you sort of weave into it.
You got my attention.
My main warrior is a protection warrior, but I like arms a lot too.
Be good. How are ya?
Okay, so we're gonna go right back up to the top. Oh, I got a
Off
necklace.
with you.
How about that? Those are cloth. Okay, let's fly
How
back
are
up. Nope, you're the one who says that.
Right to me.
See, and there's another one where it'd be nice. We have NPCs up at the top of the mountain, so instead of making us fly down and back up every time, we can just have those be the NPCs, and when we're done, take a griffin out. But again, like, so this zone was revamped in Cataclysm, which I want to say was like 08? So I mean, even 10 at the latest, 2010 at the latest. So, I mean, this zone is at least 8 years old, and they've sort of matured and developed their design even since then. They're constantly iterating, and it's really, you don't really notice it when you're playing these new expansions until you go back and play some of the older ones. And you're like, oh man, they learned so much, and they're they've constantly been iterating. But I think that's why the game has survived. Like, I mean, I don't know any other MMO or any other game really for that matter that came out in '04 that's still around, or that has had a similar lifespan. I think it's because they're constantly redefining it. It's essentially every time they do an expansion, it's like a new game. It's like a sequel almost, but it plugs into the old one, so you don't lose the old stuff. You get to play through the. It's like a sequel, but instead of like with Destiny. So I never played Destiny 1, and Destiny 2 offers like a free trial up to level 20 or whatever. But if I were to get into Destiny 2, I'd miss out on whatever Destiny 1 was about. And WoW sort of, instead of doing that, they do expansions that include all the old stuff.
I must get closer.
So, yeah, you might. You might be kind of late to the game, but you're not really missing out on anything. Oh, I didn't get credit for the kill on that one. And I mean, this is a prime example. We're going into Battle for Azeroth, which is the 7th expansion. And you could pick up the game and play through. You couldn't play vanilla because vanilla got wiped out when they did Cataclysm. But you basically can play through the entire 14-year collection or not, because it comes with a boost. So it's like you get the game and you get all the old versions of the game. I think that's just a really smart play, and that's why the game is still going strong. I mean, subscriber numbers are down because, I mean, look at it. Game's been out for 14 years. So that means that people who started playing it in their 20s are now, like let's say the game came out when you were 21. You're now 35. So your life has changed, your priorities have changed. You might not have the same amount of time to devote to an MMO, and so I think that's a big reason why subscriber numbers fluctuate like they do. But at the same time, they're taking that into account. They're saying, okay, how can we make this rewarding if you only have a half hour a day or an hour a week? How can we still make it fun and rewarding for you? And I'm really impressed by Blizzard's development team. Although the player base likes to complain about it, but really, as far as Warcraft players go, they've got it really good. We have it really good. Okay. If I could just get these spiders to respawn, I'll kill 2 more, go turn it in, and then we'll get on to my mage to do the new stuff, which should be hitting here in about 6 minutes. Which is at least the Battle for Lordaeron scenario, but I think it might also be sort of the quests that give us the new hotness. That was an interesting choice for him to shoot that. He's a horde, so he couldn't get credit once I tapped it. But we're out of here. Okay. And if you're watching this on the VOD, and I'm new to streaming and doing sort of let's plays, and it's kind of weird because it's like you're talking to yourself, and you don't necessarily keep up a constant stream of chatter at all times, and since there's no one watching right now, it really is talking to myself and trying to anticipate what people would want to know in the chat. So, you know, if you're watching this and you see one of our streams coming up in the future, you know, feel free to jump in and, you know, I'm happy to sit and chat with you guys because unlike other streams where, you know, you're going to have thousands of people watching and chatting and you can't possibly keep up with it, I don't anticipate that many people watching and being in our chat room, so I can, you know, really sit and chat with you guys if you want. About whatever, you know. D&D, Warcraft, video games in general, history, English, you know, whatever. And I'd like, you know, if we could get schedules arranged, you know, I'd like to get the other cast members on, and at the very least, Amy and I, you know, could arrange maybe some co-op games. There are a few we've been meaning to play. We just did some Borderlands expansions, and they were infuriating to play together because of our play styles, and that could be a lot of fun. There are some puzzle games that are co-op puzzle games that you can hear sort of what Amy and I are like.
Interest ya in a pint?
The Kiki DM relationship does exist sort of everywhere else too.
Off with you.
Okay, let's see what this guy wants.
May the light embrace
Oh
you.
good, he's sending us to a... I think there's a rest area over here, so... Did I do the chicken one? I don't think I did. Do I have the chicken one? This has always been, like, the quests here have always been lackluster, but I've always liked the zone because of the feel of it. You know, it's... last week I was talking about how Stone Talon Mountains reminds me of sort of western Colorado and southern Utah. This reminds me of... I don't want to say central Colorado because it's not quite alpine enough. It reminds me a little bit of the Sierras, eastern California, western Nevada, you know, in the Sierras. Although, you want to talk about the Sierras, Loch Madon, hands down, I mean, before the Cataclysm, Loch Madon was Lake Tahoe. Yeah, it really felt like the developers said, okay, let's take Lake Tahoe, put some dwarven towns around it, and that's our zone. Okay, that's where we're going over there. I don't know if it's a rest zone. If it's not, we'll head on over to Airy Peak. Just to make sure we get that bonus XP when I decide to play this character again.
Open your heart to the light.
Okay, this is not an inn. And I think I just procced where the
Safe, yeah.
attack happens. So we're gonna go to Airy Peak and then come back here to do this later. I was checking if if they put in Lightforged Draenei here, but it's just the normal Draenei. But, oh, sorry for the yawn. That's what this character is. This is a Lightforged Draenei, which is sort of, if you've been following the story in Legion, they're Draenei who've been fighting this war against demons out in space for the last 1,000 years, 10,000 years, I want to say. Sort of the eternal conflict. And they recently won, and they've decided to hang out on Azeroth and help protect it. But they're different from normal Draenei. They've got different horn options. They've got these cool glowy, different runes that glow on their head. They've got golden eyes. And you can't really see it on her, but they've got these sort of golden glowing tattoos. And I think their voice lines are different too. Let's see.
Have you seen Prophet Velin's new dance? He calls it the Macarena.
Ah ha ha ha. Oh, that's bad. Makari is a place on their homeworld, of Argus. I haven't listened to their...
We haven't crashed the Vindicar yet, but given our track record, it's only a matter of time.
The Draenei crashed. I've crashed several extra-dimensional ships. Okay, one more.
I don't recommend walking barehoof on a Vindicar. We keep finding tiny shards of crystal that didn't get swept up.
Huh. Okay, so let's pop on over to Amir. My mage, my main lady. She's probably going to be the first character I level when the expansion hits next week, even though mages are a little slower to level than like Death Knights right now. The expansion has several points where things hit hard, and that extra armor and healing that Death Knights have is really nice. Hello, computer. Are we working? There we go.
Champions of the Alliance, the time has come for us to claim what is rightfully ours. The final push to retake Lordaeron Keep commences at dawn. The Horde and their war chief must answer for their crimes.
Okay, so if you have not been keeping up, last week the Alliance was fighting at sort of a loot. There was a stalemate here where the Horde were pushing up through this region here, and at this river there was a stalemate where they couldn't really push past. There was some guerrilla war fighting going on north of here, but it wasn't enough for them to really do much. And the Horde managed to sneak an army down from the north, and the Alliance were losing. And there was a showdown between Malfurion, who is sort of the leader of the Night Elves, and Sylvanas, who's the leader of the Horde. And... oh, that was a good stretch, sorry. Sylvanas' sort of second-in-command, Sourfang, stabbed Malfurion in the back. So Malfurion sort of got teleported out by his girlfriend, wife, beloved, I don't know. Not Chandra's Feathermoon. Tyrande Whisperwind, who's the sort of the other leader of the Night Elves. And the Horde were originally going to go in and occupy the city that was on top of this tree. But a Night Elf said some things that sort of struck a nerve with Sylvanas, and she decided to burn the tree instead. So as an Alliance player, you went to the tree and tried to evacuate people, and you could not nearly do it. And you wound up fleeing with the few who could make it out, and the tree burned. And so the Alliance have been rightfully pissed off, and so now they want to attack Sylvanas' old capital of the Undercity, and that's what we're going to do today. So our first step is we're going to go to Stormwind. And since we're a mage, we can just pop right over there. That's cool. These squadrons of gyrocopters flying around and the griffins. Oh, and there's a fleet of ships. It's these little touches that I love. Like, you know, normally Stormwind Harbor doesn't have all this stuff going on.
It's Shaw. Matthias Shaw.
Either one really works for us. Let's see which one looks better. We'll go with that one. King Rin has mustered our forces, Emir. We mean to launch a full-scale assault on Lordaeron. We'll drive the Horde from the keep and reclaim it for the Alliance. It's been far too long since our flag flew in Tirisfal. Ready to ship out? Captain Angelica here will see to your transport.
Look to the shadow. I appreciate that you reported in so quickly, Champion. You will ship out with the 3rd Fleet. Speak to Captain Angelica when you are ready to embark.
You need something?
And we have the good old-fashioned WoW thing of parking your mountain character right on top of this one people need to talk to. Welcome aboard, Emir. We're all stocked and ready to ship out just as soon as you're ready. I'm ready to sail to Lordaeron.
Farewell.
There we go. So I haven't done this with a full 20. In the beta, we've only there usually only were about 5 around, and also none of the cutscenes were in before, so you're gonna see fresh reactions to all of the cutscenes.
Follow me. Make haste and do not stray.
I love this, where they took the zone of Tirisfal Glades and they sort of put in this path of destruction as the Alliance has rolled through it. And if you've seen this, the town of Brill, yeah, so this is the town of Brill. It's been completely leveled, and we're right at the city gates, which is pretty cool.
Brothers and sisters of the Alliance, hear me.
I
The
love the
Horde's
design of
cowardly
these siege
attack on
towers.
Teldrassil brought war upon us and made clear what is truly at stake. Their war chief's goal was not to capture a single city, but to destroy our way of life and snuff out hope for generations to come. To secure our future, the Banshee Queen must answer for her crimes. Her dark reign ends today. Together, we will drive her evil from this land and raise our banners above Lordaeron once more. Stand as one for the Alliance!
Fantastic.
Soldiers, fall in and form ranks.
Oh, crap.
Smoke is so thick. These goblins must be stopped. Focus on the shredder.
help these people out. Looks like we've got a tank over there, that's great. God, stuff's just melting.
I need it hard. Out of range. I don't have a target.
Yeah, things. Yeah, this is way better than doing it with just 3 or 4 people. Things are just freaking melting.
All units to the gates! Victory for the Alliance! It's over, Sylvanus! The walls of Lordaeron will soon come crashing down around you!
You have no idea what you're up against, boy king. We've only just begun.
What is my character doing?
I've never seen anything like it.
Anything made can be broken. Get, follow me!
Yeah, this is way more epic than it was on beta.
The towers! The towers! Prepare the blight! Let it rain down upon their armies!
There must be another way, War Chief.
This is no time for sentiment, High Overlord. War demands that we take a more direct approach.
It's killing her own troops.
Yeah, this is very much a Lich King kind of
Destroy them!
She's raising their bodies. We must evacuate the wounded!
The flag is too dangerous, my king. We cannot afford to...
The Alliance leaves no soldier behind. Not this time. Sometimes we must fight for what we believe in.
I think this is a pretty cool event, even though on the beta it was buggy as all get out. Where as you complete the stuff, the blight advances. So like as you get sort of further along, you have to keep falling back. Oh, and that I didn't notice that visual effect before. Let's see if I can get it again here. Yeah, that's sort of green around the edges.
Our siege towers are lost. Our numbers are waning.
Father,
To get closer.
help me. I need your guidance. I need...
Oh, look at this. I love getting ready.
The Blight has broken our ranks!
Our assault has been for nothing.
Jaina?
What now?
Fuck yeah, Jaina! Holy shit, her ship is flying.
Jaina.
Yeah.
Alliance! Forward!
I'm a Jaina fanboy.
China! The wall!
It's a big part of why I play a mage. Who needs a fucking crew? And this music.
end this now.
Oh, that was great. Let's put another mage
Jane,
table out for the whiners.
Thank the light you've come. You are sorely needed in this fight.
I stand with you, my king. These walls won't hold for long. We should not linger here.
Sound advice. Sylvanas didn't have much time to prepare for this attack. We cannot afford to underestimate her. Everyone, fall into position. We strike on my command. Again, I need you to cover our backs. It's too risky to funnel everyone through the side of the keep all at once. There will certainly be traps.
Agreed. I'll guard the rear flank.
Let's move.
Jaina, block the exits. Don't let them call for reinforcements.
I need a target. I don't have a target.
Okay, and who do we have left? This guy. Probably should have saved hero for this guy, really. This guy's a pain. Oh, I forgot I had mirror image.
Excellent work, everyone. Stop. Let's keep moving.
I'm ready.
It is you who is outnumbered now.
That army is enormous. Give the word and I will teleport us to safety.
If we turn tail now, we just become prey.
Oh,
No.
you can see her
We
fleet out
will
there.
fight
That's awesome.
and die if we must, for what we believe in.
Your time is up, King Anduin. Victory for the Forsaken!
Alliance, hold your ground!
Mechatork.
Let us even the odds, King Ring.
Illyria, thank the light you've made it.
I am known for my timing, Your Majesty. Mechatork, are you ready for battle?
Indubitably! I brought some extra machines for backup. Feel free to give them a spin.
Jaina, Gen, help me with Blightcaller and Lorthamar. Illyria, take the rest of our troops and focus on routing the enemy army.
As you wish. Champions, with me!
My machines are at your command!
Look who joins the fray. Good. I was hoping you'd keep this interesting.
I assure you, Blightcaller, the pleasure is all mine.
The Fortnells. Those traitors must be dealt with.
There's one issue I had with this scenario is that it doesn't feel like you really know what you're supposed to be targeting, you know? Like, are there, like, can you actually do anything about these machines? There we go.
Bane! Pull them back!
In the beta, none of this was voiced or subtitled, so that you just saw them like mouthing stuff. And the best part was up here where Jaina says something.
No! They must not escape! The Horde is falling back again? What is their strategy here?
That accursed blight blocks our path. Our forces can't follow her.
We can't let the war chief escape. Capturing her is the only way to win this war.
Understood. We will not let you go alone.
Mechatork, can your flying machines get us past this blight?
I don't have many of them, but the ones I do are at your disposal.
So be it. Champions, with me. Mechatork, backtrack through the keep with the rest of our forces and station them at Brill. Be ready to strike on my command.
You got it!
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Stand aside, Saurfang. This war is not yours to bear alone. And there is no honor in killing you.
Who did that?
Your father was a man of... I will never stand down. I eat, sleep, and die by the sword. What price have you paid for your people?
My father gave everything for the Alliance. The question is, are you willing to do the same for the Horde?
My life for the Horde!
My life for hire! Oh, wrong franchise. He is melting. Oh, that was fast.
Halt!
No. I demand an honorable death.
He really wants to suicide by alliance.
That Varrock Sourfang embodied the honor of the Horde. He admired you for that. And so do I. Listen to me. There is no honor in this.
That is not for an alliance king to decide.
At this moment, it is. Ooh. Take him to the stockades. When I return, we will speak of honor. How it may yet be reclaimed.
Ho ho!
If you return.
That's ominous. Okay, I'm expecting something pretty badass here, because in the beta you'd come up here and it was a cutscene from Cataclysm, so it's something they didn't want people to see until similar to that Jaina one. Oh, flashback to Warcraft 3. This is where the bells were in the Arthas one. God, that... so many callbacks to Warcraft 3.
Look at you. The boy's playing soldier.
Our king just routed your army.
Muzzle your dog, your majesty.
Ooh.
Sylvanas Windrunner, you have led the Horde to a place without honor. Lordaeron is ours. It's over.
Your father would be so proud. Is that his? You've gotten it all bloody.
Only one of us wanted this war.
You call for peace when it suits you, little lion. But you're quick enough to kill.
I should have killed you when last we met.
How rude, sister. You're a guest in my home.
Your home? You desecrate that throne with your filth!
Enough! You put the torch to Teldrassil. But I failed those who burned. I will not make that mistake again. Surrender. Or die.
That growl.
You've won nothing.
She bombed her own team.
Hold on!
Sylvanas is a badass, but Jaina's even more so. And like, Sylvanas is straight up the villain. Like, still, how can you look at her and be like, oh yeah, no, she's understandable. I get where she's coming from. All right. That was pretty awesome.
Fate smiles upon us this day.
Good to have you back on your feet, Amir. Many others were not so fortunate. Halford lowers his head and whispers a prayer. King Anduin has returned to Stormwind Keep. He must plan what our next move will be.
By the might of the Alliance, our enemies see only defeat.
That was pretty cool. Let's go talk to Anduin. I thought Magni's supposed to show up. I thought we were gonna get sort of the doodad, the big mechanical gimmick for this expansion today, but I guess that's gonna be next week, which is kind of crappy because it's a little bit of a choke. I guess it's not, because it doesn't, everything in it is individualized, but it's Silithus is gonna be freaking packed next Tuesday. You know, as opposed to if they did it as part of this sort of week before, people would sort of be a little more spread out.
Stormwind honors your service to the Alliance.
So I guess that's all the Alliance gets today, or that's all we get today is the scenario, which is still, I mean, that was a sweet scenario. So let's do it on the Horde side, because the Horde has a different scenario, and I'm wondering if they have different cutscenes, like if that Jaina cutscene sort of has a different emphasis from the Horde side. There's my Horde.
Champions, the hour is at hand. The Alliance shall fall upon our blades as they desperately grasp at our prized Lordaeron Keep. Report to High Overlord Sarfang. Teach them the price of their folly. For the Horde!
Okay, and the quest text. Champions of the Horde, the time has come. The Alliance seek to overthrow the Undercity and are laying siege to Lordaeron Keep. You are to report to High Overlord Sarfang at once. Make haste. Brill has already fallen, and there is no time to spare. So, we are going to go there. First, let's see if there's any upgrades here for us. Nope. Okay, so let's land and Hearthon
Look up and around you. The trees have eyes, champion. Blind them.
You know what, since we're here, I'm going to do some transmog. If I can figure out where the transmog vendor is. Transmog dude. The dude who does the thing. Transmog. Oh. A trio of... We're going to leave general chat because I find it distracting. Trio of ethereal technomasters shut up shop on the Eastern Drag. So it's over here.
I foresee a mutually beneficial transaction.
Alright, let's go with... That's pretty cool. I like that one. I think we'll go with that one. And then... go with those. That's a cool cloak. We want to show off our Demon Hunter tattoos, so we'll go with that one. And we'll go with that. I don't know, we'll go with those. I like these ones with the spikes. And then we're going to go to... I think this was the PvP one. We'll go with this one. Okay. 500 gold. Jeebus. Okay. That's ridiculous. Whatever. Okay. Let's go do this.
Drumkar.
The Alliance moves against the Undercity, seeking retribution for the burning of Teldrassil. We will not allow them to take what is ours, Demon Hunter. You know what? Fuck the Horde. They think everything is theirs. The Alliance has called its banners and marches on the Undercity. Now the war has truly begun. Our mage will send you on your way. Go. See to the defenses and get the civilians to safety. I will join you soon. Loktar Ogarzem.
In battle, strategy is as important as strength.
What would you ask of death? Remember, patience, discipline.
The Undercity is no longer safe for civilians. The war rages above, and dozens of spies have infiltrated our walls. We have herded the cowards to the Mage District, and have secured the rest of the city.
I need to target something first.
Oops. Okay, well, we're doing this now. I like when I pull my big AoE and someone pulls me out of it. That's always fun.
I need a target.
Oops. I really don't know what I'm doing on my Demon Hunter. On this Demon Hunter, I should say. The other one, my Alliance one, is tank spec.
I need to get
Has
closer.
slightly different keybinds.
I don't have a target. I need a target.
Ah!
More spies! We have them cornered!
We've been compromised!
I got the intel. We just gotta make it out of here with it.
Plan B it is, then.
Druids of the Law! Attack!
Find them!
That was cool.
I don't have a target.
tunnels have been secured. Open the gate!
They sprang from the shadows. They're everywhere.
I need to target something first. I'm out of range.
I am forsaken.
I don't have a target. I need a target. I need to target something first.
Open a portal to the keep, and we will report to the war chief.
Is the Undercity evacuated?
Yes, war chief.
Then it's time to finish this once and for all.
I think it's cool how
Starfang, rally your troops.
they make it look like we're evacuating the city
machine.
in case the Alliance wins.
Champions!
But really,
the war
we're
chief
evacuating the city
it
because
is time to
Sylvanas is
take
trying to
arms
blow it
against
up.
the Alliance.
So she's
Their
responsible
numbers
for the
are
destruction of
strong,
2 cities.
But we
Teldrassil
are stronger.
and the Undercity.
We are the Horde! We crush those who would bring us harm! Luktar!
I don't have a target. I need a target.
It's over, Sylvanas! The walls of Lordaeron will soon come crashing down around you!
You have no idea what you're up against, boy king. We've only just begun.
I've never seen anything like it.
Anything made can be broken. Ken, follow me!
Riflemen, lock and load. Advance!
That's cool.
I'll get the army. We can deal with them later. Blast the siege towers.
It's too far away. I need to target something first. I'm out of range. I don't have a target.
Ladies and gentlemen, rev those engines! Attack!
Yo. Wait, why isn't Gnome talking about what the Draenei are doing?
It's too far away. I need to get closer.
There must be another way, War Chief.
This is no time for sentiment, High Overlord. War demands that we take a more direct approach.
It's killing her own troops.
So I'm not going to participate in the spreading of the blight. I'm just going to heal forward.
Soldiers of the Horde! Your brothers and sisters lie wounded on the battlefield. There is no honor in this victory if we abandon our own.
Slay them all, champions! Mark my words. King Anduin and his army did not come here for their amusement. They mean to destroy us. Show them no mercy, for they will show you none in return.
I'm out of range.
Maintain your honor, heroes. Lord Narash.
Oh, I tried to save you. I'm sorry, Mr. Troll. Okay, so same cutscene. But the tone, I guess, is a little different. It's not like, yay, Jaina to the rescue. It's like, oh, that fucking Jaina.
The blight has broken our ranks!
Our assault has been for nothing.
What now?
Beware the daughter of the fucking sea, man.
Jaina.
Alliance! Forward!
So fucking cool.
China!
This is sort of shit I need to put more of in my 3D games.
We end this now.
Like the idea that someone with character levels is enough to turn the tide of a huge battle on their
Cut them
very
off
own.
with the reserves. Do not let them pass. Saurfang, where did you go?
Leave it to me, Dark Lady. I will lead the reserves in the assault. The Alliance will go no further. I swear it.
I hope Nathanos
Meet
is
with
dead by the end of
Lordaeron,
this.
quickly.
He's
Do
such an
not
asshole.
fail me, Nathanos.
I obey, my queen. Heroes, follow me!
So here you can see.
Bane,
they're
gather the
setting up the
catapults
blight.
and every apothecary you can find. Send them to the keep at once.
Yes, Blightcaller. But where is Saurfang?
There is no time. We have but precious moments before we lose our terrain advantage. The choke point we create will funnel them through the side of the keep and thin their ranks. With us out in the open, we will outnumber them 10 to 1.
Understood. I will meet you as soon as I can.
No. Lorthamar and I will handle the interlopers. I can't risk leaving the war chief unguarded. You are not to leave her side.
How long are you expecting to hold them off? What is the war chief's strategy?
It is better if she tells you herself. Now go! Champions, with me! We rally in the keep. Your
his
war
mount's pretty
chief
cool.
commands it. Lorthamar, command our rangers from the flank. Position them on the rooftops.
With pleasure, Blightcaller.
Light throwers, you are our front line. You will create a swath of blight between us and the enemy. Soldiers, fall into position. The Alliance approaches. It is you who is outnumbered now.
That army is enormous. Give the word and I will teleport us to safety.
If we turn tail now, we just become prey. No. We will fight, and die if we must, for what we believe in.
Your time is up, King Anduin. Victory for the Forsaken!
Alliance, hold your ground!
Let us even the odds, King Ring.
Illyria, thank the light you've made it.
I am known for my timing, Your Majesty. Mekatork, are you ready for battle?
Indubitably! I brought some extra machines for backup. Feel free to give them a spin.
Jaina, get.
I wish we could get the catapults.
Blightcaller and Lorthamar. Illyria, take the rest of our troops and focus on routing the enemy army.
As you wish. Champions, with me!
My machines are at your command!
Wrong button again.
Look who joins the fray. Good. I was hoping you'd keep this interesting.
I assure you, Blightcaller, the pleasure is all mine.
The Voices. Those traitors must be dealt with.
I like how he's all pissed off at the Void Elves, but like if you actually play through the Nightborn intro, like the Void Elves were trying to reach out.
Their assault will soon falter. Remain steadfast.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. Oh, probably not killing Anduin, that's for sure.
Retreat!
On the bright side, you'd think this would set back their flight supplies by a few years.
No! They must not escape!
Everyone! Follow Nathanos to the courtyard! I will block the Alliance from behind.
So again, look at all
Keep
this
moving.
plague shit, all this blight that's stored up. I kind of figured that's what happened in that cutscene. Although it was cool to get the sort of the talkie-talk between all of the leaders.
We're almost there. Make haste, heroes. So good of you to finally show up, High Overlord.
I had to see it for myself. Was this your plan all along? Is this how you meant to achieve victory? This honorless travesty?
Honor means nothing to a corpse, Sarfang. You have the luxury of underestimating death. But it is something with which I am intimately familiar. Maybe you don't care if your people die so long as it's honorable, but to me, this horde is worth saving. Anyone who disagrees does not deserve to stand among us. So die your warrior's death, High Overlord Sarfang. It means little to me. Perhaps I will raise your broken body to serve me once more.
See, and that's why she's
Or
gonna
perhaps
lose.
you will have a chance to say hello to your son. Champions, with me, you are invited to bear witness to the grand finale.
But yeah, she doesn't care about anyone but herself. And that's gonna be her downfall. Like, the people who are supposed to be helping her out are gonna stab her in the back. Different cutscene. Okay, boys. Here's Bane.
You abandoned Sauerfang to die out
Thank you,
there.
Bane.
It is the death he wanted. If that troubles you, you're free to join him.
Oh, cunt. Sorry.
Or you can tend to the living. The choice is yours.
I'm telling you, Bane should be war chief.
For the Horde.
You know what must be done. Go, my champion.
Yeah, there's something going on with her. Like, maybe there's just, once you've been dead for so long, or undead, things sort of really change.
Look at you. The boy's playing soldier.
Our king just routed your army.
Muzzle your dog, your majesty.
Sylvanas Windrunner, you have led the Horde to a place without honor. Lordaeron is ours. It's over.
Your father would be so proud. Is that his? You've gotten it all bloody.
Only one of us wanted this war.
You call for peace when it suits you, little lion. But you're quick enough to kill.
I should have killed you when last we met.
How rude, sister. You're a guest in my home.
Your home? You desecrate that throne with your filth!
Enough!
You put the torch to Teldrassil. But I failed those who burned.
What's wrong with Jaina back there?
I will not make that mistake again. Surrender. Or die.
You've won nothing.
I do like that subtle, you know, change in emphasis in its story between the two. And I do like that you kind of need to play both factions to get the full picture of what's going on. At the same time, I still think that, like, the Horde are still pretty much the villains of this story. Like, I don't know, it's a conflicted faction, as you can see with the fact that there are plenty of people who are all too happy to pick up. I forgot to read that quest text. I'm sorry, guys. There are all too many Hordes who are just perfectly happy to pick up the blight guns and spread the blight and use it against whoever. Oh, excuse me. So, I mean, so yeah, interesting stuff. I don't know, guys. What to do now? I don't think we get more world quests. There aren't any in Tears Fall. There's still the ones in Darkshore, but there's no, like, point. Alright, let's jump back over to Alliance. Sorry, I'm just looking at guild stuff I've missed. I guess someone was saying that over here they've moved Night Elves in. Oh yeah! I knew that they were down in the harbor. That's cool. They've given the Gilnean, this corner of Stormwind to the Gilneans and the Darnassians. I'm just gonna see... Oh, I don't care about that one. It's this one. Yeah, so it looks like the change there is permanent. That's cool. Oh yeah, I was gonna just get this for vendor gear.
Good day to you.
Okay.
Very well then.
Okay guys. This is where I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream for today. I know it's only been an hour, but we went ahead. We got a lot of stuff. We got all the new stuff done. I'll probably go ahead and come back and play something else here in a little bit. I'm gonna get some breakfast. Probably stream a little bit of Dark Souls or something, and maybe some Overwatch. I don't know. But yeah, sort of keep streaming. So yeah, if you're watching the VOD, today is the 7th. Next Tuesday, the 14th, at 3 p.m. Pacific time, Battle for Azeroth launches. And so I work like really early in the morning, and what I've been doing a lot of the days, or some days, not every day, but what I think I'm going to do next week is I'm going to sleep during the day and then wake up in the afternoon, stay up all night, and then teach in the mornings and go to sleep after I teach. So the plan for next Tuesday is basically to play and stream until I'm done. Like, so feel free to jump in whenever into chat. The idea is, a lot of people I know don't really play WoW. They don't have time. They don't want to drop the money or the subscription, but they're curious about it. So the plan is just play through, sort of give the experience of playing the new expansion for those who might not be playing it themselves, or who won't have time for a little while and still want to see what it's all about. Yeah, that's about it. And obviously, if anyone's in chat, I'll be chatting and talking, and I'll be doing the quest text in fun voices, and doing sort of commentary on what I think about the expansion. I thought that the music changed here at Lion's Rest. I guess not. I do love what they did with this. Although it'd be really cool if there was like a cave down here with a secret. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream. We've been having, just to do an update for anyone who's curious about the podcast itself. We've been sort of overwhelmed by real life again. Unfortunately, as we've, over the last year and a half, it's just been more and more difficult to get to get episodes edited, and to get our schedules lined up to record, mainly mine. I went back to school, and that has sort of necessitated that I spend the hours that we used to do, that we used to record, you know, I work you know, early in the morning, and so we can't really stay up recording. But we did a recording. I think we have like 3 episodes recorded, but we need to go ahead and edit them and then get them uploaded. And so that's one challenge. And then the other is just, you know, getting the recording done. And unfortunately, it's one of those things that when you haven't recorded in a while, you kind of lose the threads of the story. You lose a little bit of the enthusiasm for the game, because not everyone really remembers the world or the characters. And maybe, you know, from a DM perspective, what I might have found exciting, you know, a few months ago, or, you know, in the case of this campaign, a couple years ago, might not still narratively excite me, but we need to see through the story in order to get to, you know, whatever might be exciting me narratively now. So, you know, if you're watching this and you're like, you know, I really like this podcast, I like to see more of it, you know, let us know. Encouragement always gives us motivation to put it out, because, you know, if we think people really want to hear what we're doing, we're going to keep trying. But if we feel like no one really cares, you know, then why bother, right? You know, other than, you know, the fun of hanging out, because we don't really get to see each other that often, especially Silent Dave, who's on the other side of the country from us, and so it'd be good to sort of hang out again. But it's the challenge of scheduling. Okay, everyone, I know I've said I'm going to cut the stream like 3 or 4 times now, but I think I really am. I'm just looking for a good way to finish this. I guess what we'll do is fly up, get a panorama of Stormwind. Look at that. Look at that city. Blackrock Mountain out there. Yeah. So I'll probably start streaming again here in half hour to an hour. Maybe some Dark Souls. Don't really know what, but we'll figure it out when we get there.